Hello everyone, welcome to the video today. Hope you're well. I just want to make a video about accepting the different seasons in our life. And the reason why I want to make this video is because this seems to be one of the things that a lot of people don't really know about, and there's a lot of tension and resistance to a life situation in their life that they don't like and don't want. In my life, I remember when I was sick in my early 20s, even going into my late 20s, you know, my life changed dramatically and there wasn't really too much I could do about it, really. You know, life is seasonal and things come and go. We all have different forms of losses, so souls come here, we choose our families and we choose our location, and between the lot of us, we experience everything. Some of us are getting lost, family loss, death by tsunami, there's diabetes, anything at all really, any sickness you can think of. So we either get debilitated, we know people who are debilitated, or we know people who die, and then eventually we'll die and stuff. So I just want to intend and help people to learn to accept this stage in their life. It could be just simply a hard time in their relationship. It could be a form of abuse, sickness, unwellness, stress, family problems, work problems, money problems, emotional issues and problems, so to speak. So what happens is we don't understand the rules of life. The rule of life is things will happen. Things will happen. We'll lose our car keys. Things will go wrong. Not that anything ever really goes wrong. Our house will burn down. Somebody will get mugged. Whatever, things will happen. Life is not meant to be smooth sailing and perfect. Everything's pretty perfect in place all the time. And the reason why it would be too boring, that's the reason, okay? Be no adventure, no expansion, no challenge, no excitement, no growth, no change. So that's why little things happen, like the engine doesn't start, and then you have to just deal with it for 5 minutes or something, or get a mechanic maybe if it's more than a few minute job. It's normal. Our engine doesn't start regularly, and we just have to get a battery and then hook it up to the battery in the car, and help that to jump start it, or get a lead occasionally, a jump starter lead. Or you lose money sometimes. So I just wanted to say I'm over more or less this stage of my life. I'm getting over it now finally, and I'm building up my strength. I lost 1.5 stone or 21 pounds, maybe 10 kilograms worth of muscle for over 10 years. That's just one thing I lost pretty quickly in my life. But that's just me, and that's just one thing in my life. In my teenage years, I did actually suffer from sadness, anxiety, fear, loneliness, insecurity, and depression in school. I had a really hard time in school. After also I broke up, my family broke up in half. Not just my parents, but my family. My brothers and sisters were separated too. So basically speaking, I really just wanted to help bring you, the watcher, some relief and peace of mind, knowing that everything doesn't last. Change is the constant. There will be a time in your life that you'll be over what's happening now. Maybe I know I was looking on Facebook the other day, one child had problems living with her parents, and the parents wanted to do stuff she didn't want to do. Buying milk, and she was vegan. I won't give my advice for that situation or what I'd feel or do. It's tricky, but we all have tricky situations, and I just want to say, look for the answers. I want to encourage you to find answers and seek help. Look at YouTube videos, do Google searches, message people either on the internet or else arrange help or healing sessions, energy healing or coaching or counselling or whatever you're resonating with in person in your community too, if possible. And if none of that, just simply talk to people. Try and share or get help from people who you trust, like family or friends. A problem shared is a problem halved. So I've gone. Let me just share a little bit about me, like just for the fun of the story. I've gone through a big long phase of like very bad sickness, like unwell, like not sick, but just burning the shit out of my body, like burning my candle at both ends. Totally unbalanced, did massive extremes. It's funny to think back, because the things we do when we're young and immature, it's crazy. So the secret to longevity and harmony and happiness and wellness, physical health, vitality, growing old, young, it's actually balance. It's to preserve what you got. Don't burn yourself out. Stay somewhere in the middle of the balance generally. Like I know professional boxers, usually they retire and get tired from all of their wars and fighting and training extensively. They might retire in their like early, maybe the late 20s or early 30s, very early 30s, like 32. But I even know boxers who are now fighting into their like at the age of 40 and even 50. And this guy is 50, Bernard Hopkins, world champion, fighting the best out there and beating the best young people in their prime in their 20s. And he asked simply like, how are you? He changed his nickname from the Executioner to the Alien because he's generally a fair bit older than most other boxers for sure. And he was asked like, how are you? What's your secret? And he simply said, it's simply that he looks after himself outside of the ring. He gets good sleep, good lifestyle, things in moderation, eats healthy, does things in balance. He doesn't burn himself out at both ends. So that's my advice for you, to stay well, healthy, and that's to live a life aligned with nature and aligned with balance. So as natural a diet as possible, as natural a lifestyle, like naturally walking, naturally going to sleep at reasonable hours, like somewhat accordance with the sun. But that's a different video really, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to finish this video, and I just wanted to finalize it by saying, know your problems will end. Know they are here to help you to experience deep things in your life. Because I actually also lost all of my money one time. I was rich, I had loads of money. I'd always take out 600 euros from the ATM when I went to the ATM. 600 euros, like back in the day, that was like more like $800, $850. Now it's closer to 1-to-1, so 600 euros is like $650. I didn't understand money or appreciate money. Then I lost over 100,000 euros, everything, and got into some debt. And I'm glad, and I'd never take that back, because it was how I learned in my life the value and the meaning of money. Now I appreciate 5 euros, 10 euros, 20 euros, and I love to share more now as well. We have to experience the opposite end in the world of duality. Sometimes to understand the spectrum. So now I understand the spectrum of wealth and poverty. It's the opposite ends of the same spectrum. And now I understand health, whereas before I could do 1-arm press-ups in my sleep. I did 50 sit-ups a day for around 4 years just before bed. And I used to do probably around like an average of around 230 press-ups per week. And I do heavy weights, like 20 kilogram dumbbell. It's like maybe 44 pounds just for my biceps alone. That was at the age of 20. Now I couldn't run, couldn't walk much, couldn't walk far, couldn't really carry much to anything, almost hardly anything. I'd feel exhausted. I'd be sleeping in the afternoon. I felt very unwell. I felt very bad in my body. I didn't feel good. I felt sickly. And that's from trashing the crap out of my adrenals repetitively, and my body systems, and my quadriceps, and my muscles. Is so much extreme behaviour. So that ended, and in your life too. Like if I was to look back, I could say, maybe if I had like sought more help. I tried many things, but the answer never came to me, and it wasn't meant to be at that stage of my life. And then now I'm getting the money again. So I lost the money then too. Then the money, I earned loads of money, lost it all. Now the money's coming back to me again. I have a newfound opening of appreciation and understanding of money. Then I had a hard, difficult, challenging relationship, and now it's shifted to being much more pleasant and happy and harmonious. So that's the purpose of life, to experience polar opposites. and it teaches us a lot. Ants on my foot. So I want you to make peace with your life and know things change and you'll be over it. So don't lose hope or get despair. Make the most of your problem, your issue, your challenge. Don't view it as a problem or an enemy. Don't be against it, but look for the solution and look for help and see how it can make you expand into a greater, diviner being that you already are. But to let go of the rubbish, the negativity, the falsehood, the limitations, the nonsense thoughts, the societal programming and everything else. So that's all I want to say. So I hope this video helped, and I send you love and peace, love and light from, used to be Ireland, but now it's from the Caribbean. And have check out my last videos, and if you're new, subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video or if it's helpful. And do also feel welcome for any video requests or questions or comments, tokens of love. Any gifts or donations also welcome below the video. You can also check out my herb shop and the coaching that I do, one-to-one coaching. So getting in contact with me for one-to-one coaching could possibly be part of the solution for some of you people. So I work with health coaching and relationship counselling with myself and my partner, and also one-to-one spiritual life coaching. Or I also call it clarity coaching or empowerment coaching. So basically body, mind, spirit. So I've been through the mill, body, mind and spirit, for sure, emotionally, turbulence, turmoil, and now I've shed my cocoon and I'm like a bit more like the butterfly. So but we're all learning, so I bid you the best and I look forward to seeing you next time. So Owen Fox from the Caribbean, I'll see you again. Bye. Take care and have a lovely day. God bless.